front of the Hoda here. Everyone familiar with what I'm talking about? This frazzle drip creature holding this, what looks like to be a baby, upside down. What it's doing out the front of this facility, God only knows. But she's been working tirelessly to address this offence to the community. Please give her a huge warm welcome, Moshi Chavarella. Come on up, Moshi. Make some noise, ladies and gents. Make her welcome.
Thank you, Dave. Just a little bit of a story first. It was November last year. I was researching art sculptures for an art class and needed examples of ugly art. I came to Hotta to see if I could find any examples, and I was confronted by the monstrosity. Truly, my heart ached. I could not believe they had installed such a monstrous piece in our beautiful city, in our cultural centre. Had our city really fallen that low? It was really a how dare you moment for me. This monstrosity is like a dagger put through the heart and soul of our cultural centre. As I looked into its placement, I discovered they installed the piece in March 2021. Well, this is while we were fighting for our collective health. Going in and out of lockdowns, the health of our nation was at stake. You all know what I'm talking about. So what followed was that a group of residents came together, of which I am but one, and we formed Remove the Monstrosity from Hotta. We have a web page and a Facebook page with the aim to educate and inform the public to take legal and lawful action for the removal of the monstrosity. Now, it is through arts and culture that you can degrade our culture, and our culture is degrading. I'm not sure of how many of you have heard of the book The Naked Communist. It was written by an FBI agent in 1958, W. Cleon Skousen. He was charged by the FBI to infiltrate the Communist Party to see what they were up to, and the book was the result. The book outlines 45 goals of communism, and it was officially read and recorded in the 1963 congressional hearing in the United States. Now, my research leads me to believe these goals are important to understand what is happening in our culture and our arts. So I will read just 6 of the goals, so please bear with me. It will make sense in a moment. Goal 20. Infiltrate the press. Get control of book review assignments, editorial writing, policy making decisions. A goal of communism. Gain control of key positions in radio, TV and motion pictures. A goal of communism. 22. Continue discrediting American as in Western culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. An American communist cell was told to eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings. Substitute shapeless, awkward and meaningless forms. A goal of communism. 23. Control art critics and directors of art museums. Our plan is to promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art. A goal of communism. I'll come back to that in a moment. Goal 24. Eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press. The last goal I'll speak about is goal 25, which is terribly important. Break down cultural standards of morality, promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio and TV. Now go back to goal 22 and 23. Eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings and substitute shapeless, awkward and meaningless forms to promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art. Now ask yourself for a moment, why is this a goal of communism? To promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art and to discredit culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. The degradation in our art world is happening worldwide. It is undeniable. Our Facebook page brings this to your attention. Have any of you ever looked at so-called pieces of art, paintings or sculptures, and pondered on them, just not like them, said to yourself, I don't get it, what's the art about? And thought to yourself, maybe there's something wrong with you if you don't get it, if you cannot appreciate it. It's in a prestigious place and you just can't appreciate it. Well, I say to you today, there is nothing wrong with you. Ugly, repulsive, meaningless art affects your brain. Did you ever think such art could skew your brain and ruin your connection with Source? Well, it does. It is having a devastating effect on cultures worldwide. Once you understand this, it will change the way you view art. You will no longer be forced to like something that is repulsive, monstrous, poor quality, or just plain rubbish, no matter what the artist says. You are seeing this degrading art everywhere. It is a devastating direction that is unfolding around the world. First it was slowly, but now week by week at an alarming rate. And it includes the over-sexualisation of our children. And we must speak up to stop this degradation. We must protect our children. I repeat, where is our morality if we as a civilised people do nothing and say nothing? We must act to protect our way of life. This monstrosity is a symbol of decay, decadence, and absolute horror in our city. And I call it a monstrosity because I will not dignify by calling it the description by the artist. For no matter what the artist says, it clearly symbolises child abuse. For a child, a small child, is being held upside down and it's blue. It is held by a red-faced monstrous creature. And for those who have researched satanic ritual abuse will know the far deeper meaning of this piece. And I urge you to do your research. As our action group looked further into the placement, we became aware that Ramesh Mario Nityanand, the artist, had a particular style of art that can only be called filth. He has a fascination with drawing penises, ejaculation, and very disturbing and horrific so-called art. All his art is freely available for you or your children to view on the net. Yet HOTA, the Melbourne Art Foundation, and the Gold Coast City Council commissioned him to create this piece. Where is their due diligence? Where is their morality to engage such a person to create such a monstrous piece? Why did they do this? Who benefits? Certainly not the people. Our Gold Coast is suffering, and sadly, we are becoming known for this red-faced monster. We have been up against it as the general public are so trusting of government decisions, especially in the art scene. But we aim to change that with a little education about art and its effects on us and what the monstrosity really represents. We are educating people about the artist and his obsession to paint or sculpt pieces of what can only be described as filth. For goodness sake, the Surfers Paradise State School and HOTA had Ramesh with primary school children creating animal humans in 2021. What does that mean? How confusing on their psyche. Did the parents know about Ramesh and about his artistic predisposition? Does he have a blue card? So much is wrong. Yet our council is silent, our mayor is silent, HOTA is silent. To add to that, the Bush Kindy were bringing little ones to stand under the monstrosity to begin their walk. Did the parents know? It's another example of social conditioning. Now, the number of supporters who want the monstrosity removed is growing day by day. The Gold Coast is now becoming known for this monstrosity. Rotating the monstrosity for another piece is not an option. It must be removed with a full investigation. To use the term rotation is an abnegation of responsibility. Our society is deliberately being degraded and we will not stand for it. Those involved in the placement should be held responsible for not doing due diligence. Who spoke up? Who was silenced? I put a second call out to the Gold Coast Bulletin to have your investigative journalists look into this matter. An opinion piece or a cartoon does not address the matter. I put a call out to Gold Coast Tourism to investigate the matter and help us have the monstrosity removed. And I put a call out to Surfers Paradise Chamber of Commerce to take action. This is our city. Why are churches silent on this matter? Only one pastor spoke up for a short time and he left. Families and children do not get the choice to view or not view the R-rated piece as they enter the gallery. It's truly irresponsible. Please help us save the heart and soul of our city. Protect our children. Do your research. Understand the situation our cultural centre is in. Join the Facebook group. Take action. Share the link with family and friends. We truly need a piece that reflects the people and our way of life and the beauty of the Gold Coast. We have an amazing amount of artistic talent on the Gold Coast and Australia that can create a piece that all will love, that people will travel just to see. In fact, a competition should be held to let the people decide. In closing, we must all participate in creating a better world. I feel the moral responsibility to act, and the admin team for Remove the Monstrosity from Hodder feel a moral responsibility to act. Please help us. Thank you.